name is Sarah Sanguinet. I am a senior here at Santa Teresa.
When did you first join band, and why?
I first joined band in 6th grade at Bernal when they had 6th grade band, and I started playing clarinet. And then I just did concert band here freshman year. I was really busy with dance and stuff, but then marching band kind of attracted me, and I heard so much talk about like how fun the shows were, and from all the people who were in band, and I watched videos in class, like Miss Bounds would play them, and so I decided to join. So I had to quit dance, but I think I made the right decision. Marching band's really fun, and it's been like a huge part of high school, so yeah.
What is your definition of a band geek? What's your first initial thought when the word comes to mind?
Band geek, I think, just like maybe even one step below, like the quintessential nerd, like just like a nerd with an instrument, you know, like I don't know, like Freaks and Geeks, you know, yeah, but with an instrument. But I don't know. You know, when I think of a band geek, I think of like someone who hears a sound and is like, ooh, that's a so-and-so what note, or, you know, obsessed with music, obsessed with like different classical music maybe, I don't know, but yeah, we're definitely not all like that.
What do you think a band geek spends their time doing outside of school, besides music?
They just practice all the time. You know, they're probably a good student, only hangs out with other band geeks, you know, and not much else.
How are you different from the stereotype? How do you personally defy the stereotype of a band geek?
Well, band is definitely a huge part of my life, but it's not like the only thing I'm interested in. You know, I'm in a bunch of other clubs, and out of my like immediate group of friends, I'm the only one who's in marching band, you know? So I have my marching band friends, and I have like other friends that I hang out with at school. Like, they're kind of two separate things, you know? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm kind of like part band geek, but part not. So, yeah, I have a bunch of different hobbies outside of band, but it's definitely one of my favorite ones.
She mentioned that band wasn't the only thing that she did. She mentioned that she was in some clubs, so I went on and asked her what club she was in.
I'm in IRC, French club, Indian club, computer science club. That's all I can really think of. Yeah, I mean, I did dance for like 13 years, so I like dancing. Ooh, and I also paint. I listen to a lot of music, not just like marching band music, but like real music, and I like to play piano and stuff like that, so yeah.
Well, so are you planning on becoming a music major when you graduate, or are you planning on doing something else? It looks like you are.
No, definitely not. I'm definitely not going to be a music major. I like music, but when I think of like the technical part of it, it doesn't really interest me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, so what are you thinking about doing after high school?
I have no clue. I'm probably going to go to college, but in terms of what I'm majoring in, I have no idea. I'd like to go to a college that has a good marching band, because I do enjoy it, but I mean, it's not completely necessary, but yeah.
Okay, and then for you, what is it like being in like two of the most difficult bands, like marching band and wind ensemble?
Whew. They're both so different. Like marching band, it's really fun in some aspects, but it's also really, really demanding, and you have to discipline yourself a lot to bring the right stuff to marching band practice. You have to make sure that you're like fed and you've slept and you're in good you have to be like physically ready to march and play and everything. Whereas wind ensemble, it's every day, it's a class. You can kind of just take it a little bit slower, but you also have to, that's more focusing on your playing and the way you play more than anything else. So it's nice to be in the wind ensemble because it just sounds so good. Oh my god, it sounds so good. But yeah, that's the main differences. But it's nice to be in the most elite, I guess, music programs here, because I just love music and the people and everything. So
Yeah. So, and when you tell people that you're in like marching band, what's their reaction? Are they like, oh, you're in marching band?
Oh,
or
they're super surprised. Every time I tell somebody, they're surprised. Like, I know when we practice sometimes outside and I'm with my mellophone and we're rehearsing in the brass circle and I see someone from class and they're like, oh, I didn't know you were a band geek. Like actual words. I didn't know you were a band geek. And I'm just like, yeah, that's me.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Yes, exactly.
Okay, well, so if you could say anything to them, like, what would you say if you could?
Dude, band's like super cool. Like,
Yeah.
chill out.
Because it's just a whole different like world.
It's not what anybody thought it was. Like when I joined, I had no idea what to expect, but I like it a lot. So.
Okay. It's been like 6 minutes.
It's like 6 minutes. It feels like it's been 15. Okay.
Yeah. Well. Oh, why did you choose your instrument?
You know,
or like what instrument did you play and why did you choose it?
I chose clarinet because, I have no idea why I chose it, to be honest. I think I tried to play bass, but Mr. Tyler wouldn't let me because there's too many bassists. Yeah. So, and then flute, I wasn't very into that. Sax, I felt like was too masculine for me. Like brass, I wasn't interested in brass, so I just chose clarinet. It was pretty. It's Squidward.
Okay. I just had a question.
Lay it on me.
That's frustrating. Oh, right. So like, you brought up that you did dance before. Like, what kind of dance did you do?
I did all types of dance. I did, well, when I first joined home, I did tap and ballet, and then I did some hip-hop, and that didn't really work out for me. I mean, look at me. But, and then I did, as I took more classes and, like, dance became more of, like, a focused activity for me, I took jazz class, like, twice a week. I took tap class, like, twice a week, ballet 3 times a week, and ballet on point too, the shoes that, they're killer, like wood shoes, but whatever. And modern once a week. And I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, I did so much dance. Right across the street here at South Bay too. So I just walked across the streets after school. So.
And was there any other reason, like besides band, that you quit? It was just.
Ooh, yeah, there was. I don't know. It was very political there. Like, if you were the owner's favorite, then you got all, well, that's how I felt. Like, she had her favorites, and her favorites were usually, like, the skinny, like, super flexible ones, and I just wasn't really that, and I was kind of fed up with not being treated equally, and, that kind of thing, because if you were really good, she gave you more attention, and I was like, I think you should be giving more attention to the people who are struggling in dance as opposed to the ones that are already, like, naturally amazing.
Yeah.
But she was just kind of a perfectionist and wanted to pull the best out of the bunch and showcase them, which was frustrating. But I like marching band because we're all part of the show, and you don't really need to be a certain body type or anything like that in order to do it. So.
Okay. So is there anything right now that you want, like anything else that I haven't asked that you want to, like, say anything more on?
In terms of, like, the stereotypical band geek thing, I think the stereotypes are tricky because you can say that they're not true, but if there weren't any type of truth affiliated with a stereotype, then they wouldn't exist,
Mm-hmm.
Like, there has to be some reason why they exist, and, of course, there are some geeky band kids, but in band, I've probably met the coolest people I've ever known through band, to be honest. Like, when I was a sophomore, I met a bunch of seniors who were super cool, and I've just made so many good friends through the band program, and, like, I don't think that being in band should be discouraged for any social type of reason because I've, like, blossomed socially through band, so yeah.
Okay. And what do you think your life would have been if you hadn't have joined?
If I hadn't have joined band, ooh, I don't know. Music is so important to me, and like I don't think I could imagine not playing music, because listening to music is awesome, but it doesn't compare to playing it, you know. If anything, I wish I had done more band as it is right now. Like, there's jazz band programs that I want to be involved in, and, you know, I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough band, so I don't know. It would be very, very cold and boring without band, I think.
Well, okay, so is there anything that you regret about anything you've done in, like, the band program? Like, any decisions or anything?
Any decisions? I should have joined marching band my freshman year. I regret not just going into it initially. I almost did, but I was like, nah, I'm going to focus on dance, and it ended up making me not very happy, so I should have just joined band initially. But I'm pretty happy with my band journey.
Okay. And from the way that you explained a band geek, how would you say, like, that you have some of those qualities? Like, do you have some of the band geek qualities in you?
Definitely. Like, when we go to competitions and we see other bands, I totally geek out. Like, I'm like, oh, look at that mellophone section. Oh, look at the way, blah, 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 color guard costume, nah. Like, everything. I mean, everybody's like that, but, you know, I'm just kind of looking at, from the outside looking in, like, wow, that girl's such a band geek. If any of my friends were here looking at me, they'd be like, wow, she needs to calm down. It's just a marching band. So I definitely geek out a lot.
Okay. And I've already asked you kind of similar questions to this, but, like, is there anything, I don't really know how to phrase it, but, like, not really, like, what else you do outside of school? Like, have you ever wanted to do something greater? Like, I don't know, like, it's super generic one. Like, have you ever wanted to, like, study abroad or, like, go travel somewhere? Like, random question, but...
Have I wanted to travel somewhere?
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't know. We've always had these school trips, you know, the French Club went to France, and like 8th grade we went to Washington, D.C., and I never really get to go because of financial issues, but I'm really hoping that I can study abroad in college, or at least, like, save up some money to travel. And I know band is actually traveling to New Orleans in the spring, so I might do that if I get a job and make some money. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
We still have, like, 9 minutes left.
Yeah,
so
we
that's
do.
a lot of questions that I already asked.
Yeah.
So,